Good morning, dear students. My name is Mohit and I am your mathematics teacher from Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Dear students, in today's live lecture, we have studied the divisibility test for 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So today let us revise this topic in the today's video lecture. The simplest step are needed. I am reading over here. The simplest step to need to check if a number is divisible by 7 or not. So first step is to multiply the rightmost unit digit by 2. Unit digit means the last digit from the right side. Then subtract the product from the remaining digits. If the difference is divisible by 7, then the number is divisible by 7. For example, if I talk about 623 is divisible by 7 or not. So we have to check it out. So what we will do, the colored digit, that is 3, we need to double the number by multiplying it by 2. So it becomes 6. Then we have to subtract the number with the remaining ones, that 62 minus 6, that is 56. So do you know that 56 is divisible by 7 or not? You will say yes, 7 8s are 56. That is why the number itself, that is 623, is divisible by 7. So this is the divisibility test for 7. Here are, you can see another example which is done with the same way. Now let's come to the topic. Now divisibility test for 8. As I have already told you in today's live lecture, that the divisibility test for 8 is same as the divisibility test for 4. But the difference is of only one thing, that is we have to count the last 3 digits. We have to notice the number formed by the last 3 digits, whether divisible by 8 or not. So here's the property that a number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last 3 digits is divisible by 8. For example, the number 64, 136, 64 is divisible by 8. You can see that 8 8s are 64. 136 is also divisible by 8. 448, and 4 digit number you have to take 032, the last 3 digits. So 032 means you can write it 32. So 32 divisible by 8 in 4 times. So like this, these numbers are also divisible by 8. So this is the property for the divisibility test for 8. Now let's come to the divisibility test for 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. For example, the numbers like 18, 72, 99, 144. You will see over here these numbers. If we add the digits of the numbers, like 18, I have already done 1 plus 8 is equals to 9, and 9 is divisible by 9. That is why the number itself will be divisible by 9. So we have to add the digits of the given number, and if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, or you can say is a multiple of 9, then the number itself will be divisible by 9. So this is the divisibility property for 9. Now let's come to the divisibility test for 10. It is very easy. A number is divisible by 10 if the digit in its ones place is 0. For example, the numbers like 20, 30, 40, 50 and 80 are divisible by 10 as each of these numbers end with a 0. That is why a number which are having 0 digit in its ones place or at the last the number will be divisible by 10. Now for the divisibility test of 11, you should see that the number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the digits, if the difference between the sum of its digits in odd places and the sum of the digits in its even places is either 0 or multiple of 11. For example, 55, the first number is 5, that will be considered as odd place number, and the second number is also 5, that will also be considered as the even number, even placed number. So when we will take out the difference, you will see that the 5 minus 5 will be equals to 0, will equals to 0. 5 minus 5 will equals to 0, and 0, it means the number is divisible by 11, because if it comes 0 or a multiple of 11, it will be divisible by 11. Now let us take another example like 4598. This is the first place value number, this is the third place value number 5. So these numbers will be odd placed digits. So when you will add these number, you will get the answer 13. 8 plus 5, 13. And when you will add the even placed digit like 9 and 4, 9 is at second place, it will be considered as even placed digit, and 4 is at fourth place, it will considered as the fourth, it will considered as the even placed digit. So when you will add these number, you will again get the answer 9, and when you will get the difference will be 0. That is why these numbers are divisible by 11 itself. So this is the property for the divisibility test of 11. Now for the divisibility test for 15, I haven't told you in the live lecture, because this is very easy. Like you can see, if a number 15 is a multiple of 3 and 5 both, so if a number is divisible by 3 and 5 both, and you know the property of 3 and 5, if the sum of the digits are divisible by 3, then the number itself will be divisible by 3. And if the unit place value is either 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. So if both the conditions applied for 3 and 5, then the number will also be divisible by 15. You can see the example 45, 4 plus 5, that is 9, and the last digit is 5, so it will be divisible by 5 also. So 45, the sum of digits is 9, that is divisible by 3, so the number is still divisible by 3, and 45 is divisible by 5 because the last place value digit is 5. So similarly for these values also, these numbers will be divisible by 3 and 5 both. That is why these numbers will be divisible by 15 also. I hope that you like the video. So all the best, students.